Peace and Cosmod. There's been a resurgence of the term Loosh. Loosh being entities or the energy that feeds off of positive or negative emotions. But first, before we get into what Loosh is, we got to give you the background on who coined the term, which is a man by the name of Robert Monroe. Born in 1915 in Kentucky, who worked as a radio broadcasting executive and producer, became known for researching altered states of consciousness, best known for documenting out-of-body experiences. In the late 50s, Monroe began experiencing unusual states during sleep. He claimed his consciousness separated from his physical body. Now, initially, he feared these events were medical or a psychological problem, but eventually he began to systematically document these experiences. Monroe described traveling outside the body while remaining conscious, claimed to visit physical and non-physical environments, developed terminology for different levels of consciousness, and reported being inspired through modern interests in astral projection and out-of-body experiences. He also founded the Monroe Institute in Virginia in the 70s, which focused on studying human consciousness, also conducting workshops and audio-based training programs, which still operates today as a consciousness research organization. Hemisync technology, short for hemispheric synchronization, uses binaural beats and sound frequencies intended to synchronize brain hemispheres used for meditation, relaxation, focus, and altered states. His major books are Journeys of the Outer Body, Forward Journeys, which came out in 1985, Ultimate Journey, which came out in 94, and these books became foundational texts in the consciousness studies. Now, the concept of Loosh, which was introduced in Forward Journeys, describes an emotional or energetic substance generated by living things. Monroe portrayed Loosh symbolically within metaphysical narratives. The concept influenced later spiritual and conspiracy discussions online, inspired researchers in psychology and consciousness studies, influenced meditation communities and New Age spirituality. Some intelligence-related interests emerged around altered states of consciousness. Critics argue his experience was subjective and unverifiable. There's always a hater. But he does leave a legacy. One of the most influential figures in modern consciousness exploration. He helped normalize discussion of out-of-body experiences and meditation technologies. The Monroe Institute continues to teach hemisync methods, and his ideas remain controversial yet widely discussed. Monroe's interpretation of Loosh is generated through human emotional experiences. Higher intensity emotions produce a stronger Loosh. Suggested that non-physical entities may collect or feed on this energy. Whereas conceptually, you have love, compassion, and joy, which produce a positive Loosh, and fear, anger, and suffering will produce a negative Loosh. Some interpretations claim negative Loosh is more potent. The philosophical perspective raised questions about the purpose of human suffering, suggests a possible energetic ecosystem beyond physical reality, often linked to a metaphysical or a spiritual framework. In other areas or other ideas similar to these particular concepts are Qi from the Chinese philosophy, and in the Hindu tradition, prana. Emotional energy in psychology differs in its focus on harvesting or consumption. Pop culture and conspiracy theories which are adopted in various online communities and conspiracy discussions, sometimes are tied to ideas about hidden control systems or non-human entities, which appear in discussions also in simulation theory and energy vampirism. Scientific perspectives, empirical evidence supporting Loosh as a measurable energy, but not recognized in mainstream science. Go figure. Considered speculative and metaphorical. Can be viewed as a metaphor or emotional influence and social dynamic. People can feed off of others' emotional intentions, drama, or validations, which aligns with the concepts like emotional contagion. I know. You're probably thinking to yourself, what does this have to do with a Wasp? Stay tuned for part 2.